Seriously, guys, today I'm heated, and this one's going to be a good one because I'm absolutely fucking sick to the back teeth of hearing businesses tell me that they can't generate sales, but they've got manual, old traditional Windows XP 1992 sales processes in place. You've all heard of it, you've all seen it. Some of you have probably solved it. Some of you own businesses that have this issue. Some of you are trying to sell services to businesses that have this problem. Honestly, it frustrates me to death when I hear this, because obviously, trusting a human being with all of your incoming inquiries is not a good idea in this day and age. Now, we have the power at our hands available to us to be able to go out there and knock something out of the park in terms of automation to ensure that you get the maximum juice from the squeeze. Instead, everyone sits around looking at each other wondering why the fuck the business isn't growing. Like, seriously, you need to get your ducks in a row. If you're selling services, you need to laser in on this. And this is going to be really, really, really critical to what's going to evolve in the next 3 years. Because if businesses don't get behind this and get behind this quickly, they're going to be fucking gone forever. They're not going to be here anymore. And when I say they're not going to be here anymore, I mean it's because the administrators are going to have been in. Seriously, I'm not joking, right? When it comes down to sales and the way that the process actually works from a perspective of the company, what you're looking at is this at the moment. Let's say a traditional sales method. This is a kettle of fish, which is your sales team, right? You've got however many sales team members that you've got. They're all here. They're answering phones, they're sending emails, they're noting things in HubSpot, they're telling you how they're getting on with deals and referring back, and you're getting your little sales document that says how you're doing, etc. All of this. Okay? You have inbound leads. So here we have inbound leads. I'm just focused on inbound. I mean, outbound, if they're cold calling, they've got them on the phone, but same thing. You'd build a funnel for that. Inbound leads, let's just say, it's a lovely, quite a big, long email there, but emails, you've got them coming through the door. Let's say you've got, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 leads a week. I don't know, whatever. You have these leads coming through. Your sales team are now currently that 100% responsible for what happens to that inquiry. If you're running your business properly, you don't actually have a fucking clue, because what you're focusing on is running your business. That's what you should be doing. You should be running your business. If you're running your business, then you can't possibly know how well James, Susan, or David is doing in sales in real time. Like, are they leaving their notes properly? Are they contacting people properly? Are they contacting people in the right window for your sales process? You don't have any idea about that until it's too late. So what you need is something in between, which is what I'm going to get to. But you have your sales rep, they're handling 100% of these leads. Well, guess what? It's human nature, guys, right? Human nature. If you're in a sales position, you're probably getting commission. If you're not, hand your notice in, right? You should be based off commission. You should be paid more if you sell more. So naturally, your sales team are going to focus more on the hot inquiries than the cold ones. So, and by cold, I don't mean unsellable. I mean the tough ones, the ones they've got to actually fight for. They're not getting the attention that they need, because whatever percentage this is, let's just say each sales member had to deal with 10 leads a week or 15 leads a week. By the time you get 4 weeks down the road, you're in a position now where they've got 40 leads. They've got 60 leads. If you categorize that, and I'm taking, there's exceptions to this rule. A locksmith, when you locked out your car, I mean, holy shit, if you're in city centre and you've lost your car keys, mate, someone's come in there and that's why they charge you so much money. What I'm talking about is the 99.9% of businesses that this applies to. And it becomes increasingly compounded as a problem the further your conversion window gets. The further your conversion window is, like a plumber with a leak, when it's leaking now, urgent call out fees, that's different, because whoever answers the phone or picks up the email. This is the human thing, though. This is why I'm heated. This is what I was saying. Even plumbers, like with urgent leaks, right? Let's say you're a plumber, and an email comes in, but you and your team are working on a job, right? And the girl in the sales office is already on the phone to an inquiry. By the time she calls them back an hour and a half later, a plumber is already at their house fixing it, and you lost out on the money. And that's the example. That's what I'm trying to say. It can be applied to all businesses. Inbound leads come through to your sales team. They're 100% responsible. Human beings are all different, right? You're going to have good sales reps, bad sales reps, mediocre sales reps, some that want to sell, and greedy for the money, some that are like ultra competitive salespeople. You're going to have some others that love to sell, love the human interaction, and are just, extroverts and like to be able to do it. There's always a drive, obviously, from a sales perspective to be competitive, I guess. You could argue. But the point is that you're relying on the team 100% manually to do it. So let's say you use HubSpot, okay? All your team currently has to... Oh, let's squeeze that in. HubSpot. There we go. HubSpot. You use HubSpot. Well, they call the inquiry comes in. They call them. They speak to them. They get information. Let's say it's I don't know. Let's say it's the information that you need is location. And I have to make this up because it could be a million businesses. Let's say that there's in fact, do you know what I'm going to do? Location is an important one. But I'm going to do it for a business of mine, and then I'm going to show you exactly two-way systems live. Location, park or not? Is it on a caravan park? So I'm talking about caravan parks. So is it on a park? Have you had an offer? So have you had an offer made on said caravan, which is the business that I'm going to show you? I don't know. Name. Like, does your form, did they not put the name in the form properly? Like, whatever it is, how much they want for it, how quickly, it depends all on your business. These are just random things that I'm, sort of rolling through. So, you've got that. The actual address, planning permission, it could be anything. Like, it depends on what you're doing. But the point is that this list of things goes on like this. All the way through for businesses. And you'll select 5, 6, 3, 2, 15. You'll have your select amount of information that you need, right? If you're halfway smart, your form already captures specific information and requires it. If you're not smart, it's name, email, and description, which is probably, most of you. And that's not a personal attack on you. It's just I'm talking about sales here because this is unusual. This is stuff that people don't understand until they actually see it. It's like you don't think that there's a problem because you're making money. Like, I can hear you all screaming at me thinking, well, Mike, I made 15 million last year. And that's more than you made last year. And I have a sales team that handles your inquiries. Firstly, I don't give a fuck how much you made last year. Secondly, I don't give a fuck that you made more than I did last year. Right? And thirdly, it's about improving your efficiency to maximize what you can make, right? I maximize what I can make. If you don't maximize what you can make, it doesn't matter that you made more than me or you make more than another business, right? You're the one that's failing, not me, because you're not taking advantage of the tools that are available to you to maximize profitability. You're not doing it. And that is where the information comes in and where the two-way system comes in, right? When we look at this individual flow and the sort of approach that we've got here, you've got the inbound and you've got all this information that you need. But the sales team are in a position where an inbound lead comes in via email, they all start picking up the phones, right? This is an old iPhone, I guess. You're picking up the phones. They're calling. How do you draw a phone? Yeah? Any good? They're calling people. They're spamming people. They're ringing. Like, good. They're at them. That's what you need when you have a traditional sales process. That's what you need. Well, the problem with this is multiple things. One, your sales team, if it's weighted like this as a triangle, hot being here, cold being here, okay, then your sales reps are naturally going to, when they do answer the phone or they do answer an email, they're going to gravitate straight towards this, the hot stuff. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to gravitate towards them. What is going to happen is that everybody sat in the middle range this is where really the juice from the squeeze comes, because the middle range is where you could win them, but you miss them because you're too slow and you're not in a position to have them. Every business gets an inquiry you just can't possibly sell to. You know, they want a 100 grand car for 50 quid. Mate, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go. Every business gets those sorts of leads. What I'm talking about is all of this above that, all of this above this little line here. I'm talking about the rest of it. This sort of triangle here, your sales team, which I'm going to do in red, your sales team go like this. But your automation can go like this. And what that means is that every single thing that you have in your sales funnel gets dragged up because every opportunity is taken. Nothing's missed. If you didn't sell to them after implementing automation, then they weren't going to buy. So it doesn't matter. It's fine. So now we've got the principle out of the way. At the moment, your sales team have to make a call. They have to get all of the information on the screen, right? They have to get location, whatever it is for your business. They have to get all of that. And it's a laborsome task. Not only that, a high percentage of people won't answer the phone the first time because they're eating lunch, they're out for dinner, they're doing whatever. But then the next time that someone calls them from a competitor, they are available, they do answer, but your sales team was focusing on the hot, new, shiny... I'm not going to say what I was going to say. The new shiny inquiry, and it sort of slows down, and then you lose them because someone else's automation or someone else's sales team is taking them and running with them, right? This is just a fact of the matter. Well, how's about this? Just forget all of that for a moment and forget your sales team, okay? They are still over here inside their little box, but at the minute they're not doing that. Because what's happening is, this is your email, right? This is your email that's coming in. And as soon as it comes in, it goes into an AI agent. How do you draw a robot? Is this going to look like a robot? And by AI agent, I don't mean the buzzword AI agent, because I've created content around AI agents, love them to bits. But AI agents are not going to fulfill a massive sales process in pipeline unless you have to massively over-engineer. There are techniques and tools that you need to be able to deploy, and you have to understand the business of sales process to do it. But the fact is that in the middle of your sales team here, there is something, right? There is something, right? This is a robot. Square eyes. That's not bad, is it? How would you do a mouth on a robot? No? Well, that's what we've gone for. There we go. So this is AI, right? This is AI. What's inside of that AI doesn't really matter right now. It's educational purposes for you. What happens here is that big list of tasks that I've just explained to you a moment ago that you want for your business or for the client that you're trying to sell to, you have all of these line items that you need. So you might have the name and email and number, but you need to find out the location. You need to find out the age of the car. You need to find out the age of this. You need to find out X and Y. You need them to upload photos. You need ID verification. You need whatever it is that you need. Whatever it is can be done using this. Okay? And the way that it's done is using two-way SMS platforms and services that allow you to be able to handle the inquiry, to extract that information as quickly as physically possible within 60 seconds. And not only that, whilst your office or business is shut, people can text and email backwards and forwards and get answers. Inside of here, you will see a business of mine, right, that has 226 leads in the last 30 days. And our AI system, two-way SMS system, this doesn't have email. It's an older demographic. SMS works best. We've tried, trust me. So the conversation started from this, 184. I'm not a mathematician. Don't know what that is percentage-wise. I tell you, it's a lot. I can tell you it's more than what would answer the phone if you called them directly. And I can tell you that the fact that this is sent in 60 seconds is the reason why this is so high, right? They don't know that they're not speaking to that they're speaking to an AI agent. You could have it as an AI agent if you want, but hey, this is Lisa from ilovemakingmoney.com. How can we help you? We see your inquiry. Leave it open-ended. Hi, this is Lisa from Make More Dough Online. We can see that you've just submitted a form with information about your house for sale in Devon. Is it for sale right now? Is it currently listed? Literally. Generalized email, no pressure, just a question. SMS inboxes, your text messages, think about it yourself as well, because this will resonate with 98% of you, because 98% of SMSs get opened. So there's no better way to get a hold of somebody because you're directly in their inbox. That's why so many conversations start. But really crucially to this whole point, the point of this video, one of our biggest factors is photo uploads. And photo uploads for us, we buy holiday homes. Photo uploads for us are critical because we gauge the condition of the caravan before the viewing. So we can see how many people take the desired action. And if you go back to the sort of structure I was talking about, hot and cold here, this effectively made 35% of our inquiries hot. Like hot to go hot. Take that 86 out of this and you're left with 100 where the AI is still having conversations with them. And I'm going to show you one now. All of this information will be blurred on the screen. But I'm going to show you an example now of where we closed the deal. And I'm just going to show you how basic this is. Seriously. Like, the fact that you're not doing it is crazy. So, opportunity comes in. This is June the 11th, 2025 at 9:31 p.m. Trust me, I wasn't texting X person back at 9:31 at night. I've got better things to be doing. I was probably recording a video. But anyway, I've got better things to be doing than that. So, 9:31, we receive an inquiry. Steve, which is his name, so I guess I've got to give him his name now. Steve, hi, it's Jess from We Are Static Buyers, which is our company. Thanks for completing our quote form. Just need a few quick details about your static caravan to get started. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Loose, no force. This is why they engage. Yes. Great, thank you. Could you tell us your overall condition of your Willoughby Rio Premier? That's because it's on the form. So this is where I was going earlier with what's what. The fact of the matter is this. It extracts every single piece of information that we needed, right? And at the end, we asked Steve to upload his photos, which is the core and key element to our business, uploading the photographs. When it comes down to uploading the photographs, we close at like a 70% rate, 75%. It does vary depending on the season, but like as soon as they upload photographs, you're in effectively from our business point of view. So this has all happened in the space of like, what is that, 7 minutes, 9 minutes? I don't know. Automatically with no human input. Well, guess what? We asked it, and if it had any more questions, it said done. Thanks for uploading the photos. We asked if it needed any more information in the meantime. It said no. At 2 minutes past 8 in the morning, Josh, my business partner in this, woke up, picked up the phone, called him, bit eagerly at 8 o'clock. I did say to Josh after, I was like, could have been asleep, whatever. They weren't. They were early risers. The deal was done, and we made $4,500. And when I just listen to what I just said. And an inquiry came in I've just shown you live, right? An inquiry came in at like 9:31, 9:32. And by 9:43, the action that we need as a business to close it had already happened within 7 to 9 minutes. Yeah? The whole thing had been done. No James, nobody on the phone. An agent, an AI agent, prepping the sales team to get on a call, and boom, job's done. The importance of your sales process and how you implement two-way AI strategies into your business is absolutely critical. And if you watch this video to this stage and you do not take action, then there is nothing that I can do to help you. Because you're either selling services to people, right, as AI, from an AI perspective. Start with their sales funnel because it's what's broken the most and it's what will make them the most money. And if you own businesses and you're watching this, you need to book a meeting with me in the link below, or head to aitrain.co.uk and reach out to me and speak to me, because honestly, these things are massive gainers. I can't explain to you the amount of money that we've made since implementing this AI tool for this. Like, what it changed the whole scope. You just saw 282 inquiries handled by one person, Josh. I don't get involved. This is what I do. Like, I have my fingers in many different things, and I stick to my passion of what I love, of digital marketing and automation. That's what I do every day because I want to do it every day, and I'm in a luxurious position where I can afford to do whatever I want every day. Like, I found what I love. I'm very good at it. But seriously, if seeing a lead close at that time of night and you're a business owner and you don't want that in your company, I don't know what to tell you, because you're going to be in that group of people with the administrators through the door if you don't deal with it. Like, you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it quickly. My name's Michael Elliott. Like, subscribe, reach out to me if you own a business and you want something implemented like that, because it will change the stars and the scope forever. And if you don't and you wait too long, it'll probably be the end of your business.